Alright, just syncing up the video and the audio. Howdy folks, this is Jeff Otto, happy Pi Day. Just wanted to do a comparison between two fantastic fuzz pedals, Big Muff Pi and the 900-pound Violin by Dentone. If you haven't heard of Dentone, you need to check him out. This guy is going to be a superstar. No time, I'm sure. He actually built this pedal for me with his bare hands last weekend and signed it and dated it. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know about you. Anyway, 900-pound Violin has been described as a Big Muff killer. That's pretty interesting. So I wanted to get these pedals side by side and just see how they do compared to each other. So let me tell you about my setup. I am actually using a Micropog by Electro Harmonics as just a clean splitter. It's in bypass mode. And so it's basically just got two outputs powering two. It's not actually powering anything, but it's got two outputs. So I've got these two pedals in parallel. Then they go into a little custom job of mine, a basic 2-channel mixer, no knobs, this Unity gain. And then that goes out to Bugera Vintage 22. Guitar is Fender American Stratocaster. Lace sensor pickups. I've got the 5-way selector right in between the neck and the middle position. Here's my clean tone. Okay. I think this amp is kind of weird. Fucking seriously? Alright, you know what? Never mind that. Okay. So, given that these two are connected constantly, I'm going to have them both activated all the time, and I'm just going to have the volume down on one while we're hearing the other one. Otherwise, you'd hear a clean mixed with the distortion, etc. We don't want to mix that. So let's start. I've got both of these on the tone right about in the middle. Actually, I took these knobs off at some point and put them back on funky, and so this is actually about 50%. So the tone is right about in the middle. The sustain is all the way up on both of these. So let's start out with the Big Muff. Let's take the tone all the way up. See how that sounds in comparison. Tone up, sustain up on the Big Muff. Real raspy. Okay, let's do the same for the Violin. Okay, so you know what? You can hear the difference. The 900-pound Violin is actually letting more of the bass frequencies through. It really has a broader band spectrum. Basically lets more of your frequencies through. So yeah, so that's something. Okay, so let me take this back down to about halfway, and I want to show you something else I noticed about. Well, comparing these two pedals, I think the biggest difference is the Big Muff. When I do a fast attack on the strings, it's a real, something real fast in picking. The Big Muff is super squashy, as you can tell. Which is great for certain applications, right? Compare that to the Violin. It's got more pick response. Maybe it's got a buffer amplifier on the input or something, but it's okay. So it's got more frequency spectrum. It's got a tougher attack on it. I'd say so far the violin is doing pretty good against the Big Muff. I don't know. It's kind of subjective though, of course. Anyway, so let me see if there was anything else I wanted to show you. So still got the settings around the same. Let me roll back the volume a little bit, do that comparison with the same tone. Roll back to about 7. Okay, that was the violin. Do the same for the Big Muff. It's a bit more mellow. Again, violin. Which I think could be a artifact of a higher input impedance, just my guess. Anyway, tone the volume knob all the way back up on the guitar.